Master horse racing with daily racing forms Formulator, now free for DRF Bets members. Sign up to get the best bonus in racing with a $250 deposit match, plus a $10 free bet and free Formulator past performances. Go to drf.com/bet to play like a pro today.
Dan Illman, Mike Beer kicking off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 on Black-Eyed Susan Friday at Pimlico with graded stakes action. This is the Grade 3 Allaire duPont Distaff. Fillies and mares going a mile and an eighth. $150,000 is the purse. Let's take a peek at this field. It's the rematch, Mike, between the number 1 Exotic West, the number 6 Frost Point. They ran first and second in the Top Flight Invitational going this distance last time out. Exotic West pulling off a 10-1 upset for Gary Siaka.
Yeah, Exotic West was the longest shot on the board in there, Dan. But when you go back and watch the replay of the race, didn't feel like she lucked into anything there. She got a good trip and she ran a good race to win.
It's a short field, and a lot of times in short fields, we expect slow to moderate paces. We throw up the Timeform US pace projector. I think there's a chance this pace could heat up because both the number 4 Super Quick and the number 5 Lil King's Princess, they really like to hear their feet rattle.
Yeah, I look at it the same way. The pace projector doesn't give it the red bar fast pace scenario, Dan, and maybe it won't get that fast. I did feel like there was a chance that could happen, though. I don't see which one of these horses is going to back off here, just because all of their good races come when they're able to make the front.
A horse that would certainly benefit from a fast pace is the number 1 Exotic West, who will be piloted once again by Javier Castellano. We're going to go back to the victory in the Top Flight Invitational on April the 10th, and Exotic West had a very nice trip in this race. She was pocketed as they turned her home, and once she swings into the stretch, she gets to the outside and she runs down Frost Point in the Godolphin Blue.
Yeah, I mean, she just got a good trip, and then she ran in here, Dan. This was a good performance, and I guess you would have to say a career best performance for her. The horse that got through on the rail there, Battle Bling, is also has been in really good form. She came back in the Grade 1 La Troyenne a couple of weeks ago and finished a good 4th, confirming this by her speed figure too. So I don't know. I just feel like this was a quality win. Saved that ladies handicap back in January where she dropped her rider. That's 4 wins in a row routing on dirt for Exotic West, 2 of them at a mile and an eighth. She's got a handy running style. There's just a lot to like about this horse.
Connections have done a remarkable job with her. They took her for $40,000 last summer at Saratoga. The number 2 is Into Vanishing, going out for Jonathan Thomas. Luis Saez is the mount. 7-2 on the morning line. This horse ran second to Latruska last time out in the Grade 3 Royal Delta, but it was one of those no-threat seconds in a race where I guess you could say someone had to run second.
Yeah, she just sat behind Latruska the entire way, never made a real run at that horse, and sucked up to a 91 buyer. None of her other races give her any kind of a chance in this race, Dan. And, just going back to that race last month at Keeneland, when they dropped her back into the allowance ranks, I mean, she ran fine in there, but she didn't really do anything. She didn't come out of there with any kind of an excuse. Temper Time, who won that race, this really was just no match for her, and I just don't think Temper Time's that good.
Well, let's watch that race at Keeneland. It was contested over good going on April the 9th at a mile and a 16th, and Into Vanishing, based on the runner-up effort to Latruska, went off the 3-1 favorite in this second level allowance. She just has too much to do in the stretch, and she's not gaining much ground. The 4th place horse would come back to run 3rd in a second level allowance with a 76 buyer. So if you believe she can run the 91 that she ran against Latruska, she's a contender, but that is an outlier right now on her past performances. Click to Confirm is one of the local hopes this Preakness weekend, going out for Rodolfo Sanchez Salaman. Angel Cruz takes the mount. This horse ran 3rd in a first level allowance race last time out. We're going to watch this performance right now, and I think it's a little bit of a disappointing loss. I know the winner, Bazinga C, was favored, but Click to Confirm and Bazinga Z were on the pace throughout. Click to Confirm has the momentum, has the lead, and not only is not able to hold it, but she runs 3rd.
Yeah, just no match here in the final 1/8 of a mile. And it's just a race that, obviously if you have to feel like if she was good enough, she would have won this race, and she just wasn't good enough, Dan. They've tried her in 3, sort of minor stakes races so far in her career. Hasn't really come close in any of them, and this is a tougher spot.
Super Quick is the number 4 for the Mary Lou Whitney stables. Norm Cassie trains for Florent Giroux. 5-2 morning line favorite. This really got very good towards the tail end of 2021. She won 3 consecutive races. And I guess if you just want to look at her 2 company lines in 2022, you're going to say she's getting a needed class drop here. She had the misfortune to catch Clairiere and a 3rd level allowance at Fairgrounds off the layoff. And then last time out, the race we're going to show you right now, the double dog there, he faced Malathat, the winner of the 2021 Kentucky Oaks. Super Quick broke well in this race, showed speed. Another horse, the horse to her inside, Lady Mystify, showed more speed. Super Quick rated, and she kind of just clunks along for 3rd. I'm not sure she's at her best when she has to pass horses.
I'm not either. I will give her the benefit of the doubt here. She does get at least a share of 3rd here. Missed a pretty unlucky bob there not to have it all to herself. And listen, the 1-2 finishers of that race, they're just better than she is, and they're also better than anything in this field. So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt for that. The race before that against Clairiere, obviously she also gets a pass for that one. I just don't know what to say about the 3 wins in a row at the end of last year. I do think she improved in those races, Dan. The only one of those that was on a fast track at Keeneland, I mean, that was just a day where speed was winning everything at Keeneland on that day, and she wired the field just holding off Frost Point at the end.
Lil King's Princess is the number 5 going out for John Ortiz. This 4-year-old has big early speed. She won a couple of races in a row in gate-to-wire fashion at Oaklawn, and she tried the trick again on April Fool's Day. Let's watch that performance. Lil King's Princess, she opened up a big lead, but it took a very nice horse to run her down in Maracuja. Lil King's Princess is in very good form. The 6th place finisher from this race came back to earn an 85 buyer speed figure, albeit against a $50,000 starter allowance field. In many ways, she's the key to this race, because if she puts the heat on Super Quick, it helps everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't, again, just the more you look at her on paper and see, how all of her good races are run, it's just hard to imagine they're going to back off with this horse in this race, Dan. All of her good races are when they let her use her speed. I don't know if that's going to work out in this race with Super Quick right to her inside. And I don't know that 1 1/8 helps this horse at all. It might be a little too far for her, but she is in good form right now, and I guess she's going.
We saw Frost Point, the number 6, with Flavien Prat aboard for Bill Mott. We saw her finish 3rd in the top flight, but maybe she had an excuse, because she got very fractious and broke through the gate before the race. They had to reload her, and then she got a lot closer to the pace than she usually is. Now, the pace wasn't fast, but I think she likes a target, and I think there's a good chance in this race they're going to take her back, get a quicker pace, and come with a run.
Yeah, that's a good point. I certainly feel like they're going to ride her like that too. Yeah, maybe it's an excuse, Dan, that she broke through the gate last time. I thought that was a great spot for her. Really liked her in that top flight, and was pretty disappointed with how she ran. But she did break through the gate at the start. Maybe that's enough of an excuse. I really liked her win when they brought her back off the layoff in January. I don't think that was a great field, but she looked good winning that day. I thought she took a step forward. And, her start after that at Aqueduct in February, she was just really unlucky. She was clearly best that day with a trip that did not work out for her. So I do think she's improved as a 4-year-old. And I guess I could give her the benefit of the doubt for that last one.
Top pick time for the Allaire duPont Distaff Stakes, a grade 3, kicking off the 20-cent Rainbow 6. Before that, just want to remind everybody, please subscribe to the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel. Frost Point, where Mike's going to go. I think the change in tactics could certainly help. I think 1 1/8 is well within her scope. Super Quick, I'm concerned about the pace. I'm concerned about the distance. And I don't like the morning line price, but I do think she's going to drift a little bit. I think this is just such a tough race to make a morning line for. She faced 2 really good horses in her last couple of races. She gets some class relief. I think she'll be prominent when they turn for home. But I'm with you. I think the 1 and the 6 will run well.
Yeah, I was torn between the 2 of them, Dan. They're both the same price on the line. I guess we'll see how they bet it. If one of them takes more money than the other and the other one sort of drifts, I could easily talk myself into the other one. I guess we'll see how they bet it, but I went 6-1.
6142 for Mike, 4156 for me. Kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 at Pimlico on Black Eyed Susan with the Allaire duPont Distaff. Good luck.